to hello viewers. Today discuss Mamang Doy's poem. Okay, an obscure flash. Okay, so okay. Learning of the objectives in this poem. After going through this unit for discuss the life and the works of Mamang Dai and one of the most important poets of the Northeast India. Okay, explain how Mamang Dai develops their subjects and possibly relate it to her own experiences of her life and people. Make that's it. No introduction. In the two previous units. So we have celebrated Northeast India. Uh, direct. Mamang Dai is a poet. Yeah, we have already know. We have already discussed about his biography. Okay, as a poet, was born in Pasighat, East Siang district. Okay, she belongs to the Adi community of Arunachal Pradesh. She did her schooling at a boarding school in the Fine Mount School, Shillong. Okay, subsequently, her completed BA in English Literature under Guwahati University. Okay, and then published her poems and journals as the Chandrabhaga and Indian Literature and Sentinel and Telegraph. So the a former Indian Administrative Service directly we try to find out the his poem. Mm, Okay, that is his poem here. An obscure flash. That's it. The history of our wreck begins with the place of stories. We do not know how if the language we speak belongs to a winter first to return first. Okay, belongs to a return first. Nothing is certain. There are mountains. Oh, there are mountains. We climbed every slope. We slept by the river, but do not speak of victory yet. An obscure place hunts the hunter. The prize slips away. Yesterday the women did their faces. They forbade their children to speak. Yesterday we gave shelter to them, to men who climb over our hills. For glory of a homeland, they said, those who know what knowing is. And how the sleeping houses, the men, and the village have turned to stone. If there is no death, the news is silent. If there is only silence, we should be disturbed. Listen the tone of a prayer is hushed. If a stranger passes this way, let him look up to the sky. A smoke cloud seizes the ants. See, they have slain the wildcat and buried the hornbill in her maternal sleep. The words of strangers have led us into a mist deeper than the one we left behind weeping, like the waving grasslands, where the bones of our father and buried. Surrounded by thoughts of beauty, there are mountains, oh, there are mountains. We climb every slope, we sleep by the river, but do not speak of victory yet. So that is about his poem. Okay, the title of the poem is An Obscure Place. Okay, so now come to analysis for uh, major themes about in his poems. In most of the poems, hills and rivers are used as metaphor of implicit hidden and rich culture of Arunachal Pradesh. At the same time, hills and mountains have metaphorical implications at three levels: physical, emotional, as a way of identity. It is around the hills their existence revolves. It is the physical nature of their identity. On the other hand, emotionally, they have been involved with this mountain for a long time. At the same time, hills and mountains are their prime identities and distinct cultural idiom. Arunachal Pradesh is not only rich in natural beauties, rivers and hills, but also a rich melting pot of different tribes. Her poems often attempt to focus on its cultural heritage, myth and folklore, accompanied by the beautiful natural panorama and inherent characteristics of the Mamang Dai's poetry. Okay, then that's it about this poem. Okay, Dai's poetic style, accompanied by a strong feeling for her roots, her vocabularies and lucid and touching. Their appeal is to some extent universal. The imageries are poetic image are akin of nature. At the backdrop of nature, she is like a narrative story of her wreck. Okay, as well as scenes that continue to take place within the framework of the society. Okay, critical reception about Mamang is a poet, novelist writing English, was correspondent of the Hindustan Times, the Telegraph, and the Sentinel newspaper, and the president of Arunachal Pradesh, okay, Union working journalist, and the Work Worldwide Fund for Nature (WWW) Eastern Himalayas Biodiversity and Hotspots program in 2003. She received the Verrier Elwin Award for a book Arunachal Pradesh, okay, the hidden land, and featuring the culture, folklore, and customs of Arunachal's different communities. She has featured in several national and international forums. Okay, Northeast India have called the Northeast India literature. Okay, we may call the Northeast Indian literature. She received Sahityaka Academy Award in 2017 for a novel The Black Hill. Okay, so that is about, yes. Okay, I think that it is the important.